Hi fam, welcome to another episode of the Roology Ramble, where we let the audacious souls take over and the fashion world gets all the more real. Now, without any further ado, let's welcome. Well, it could not get any more real than this. Our guest just decided not to show up. So, without any further ado, I'm quickly gonna take the guest seat today and welcome y'all to the harsh realities of chasing your dreams. Now, there's no easy way to say this when things like these happen. It's just not funny. Imagine an entire team of people working together for this one day, the hair and makeup artists, the master Gs, the karigars who put aside all the urgent orders just to make this day happen, the operations managers, the assistant, their assistants, the DOP, the creative directors, art director, and this is just a fraction of the people who worked their asses off just to make this day happen. And then one person decides not to show up. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not just about the money, it's the time, it's the schedules rearranged, it's the focus shifted, just because one person decided not to show up. So that's when I made the decision. This does not happen on my watch. When I signed up for this dream, each and every soul who boarded this train with me became a part of this dream, and nobody suffers through this. People might come and go, but the show must go on. Because chasing your dreams is not just about the glossy moments. It's about the mess, it's about the chaos, it's about the no-shows, it's about the innumerous failures, and that one stubborn belief that no matter what, you will figure it out. So welcome to the reality, welcome to Roology, and welcome to the Ramble. Now let's go back to the start. Let's imagine this. Now you finally felt it in your heart that this is your calling. Every corner, every circumstance, every late night whisper is screaming at you. This is it. Just go for it. And then you decide to go for it. But then reality hits. Humans enter your dream, and even before the seed could be sown, their opinions begin. दो पैसे कमा के क्या कर लोगी? कुछ बड़ा सोचो. You really think you can survive in an industry like this without contacts? Learn to lick asses before you can start working. Nobody gives a damn about your work. Passion doesn't matter. Money comes first. ये फिल्मी दुनिया नहीं है, असलियत में वापस आ जाओ. Or I don't know, things like ये तो hobby है, आज है, कल नहीं होगा. There's so much competition. Do you think you're special? इतने महंगे कपड़े कौन खरीदेगा? लोग पागल तो नहीं है. Basically, kabhi you're too young, kabhi you're too old. All in all, if it were up to the others, you would never be enough for your dreams. But here's the truth. Your dream does not die because of the noise. It dies only if you let it. Because the hardest part about chasing your dreams is not the work, it's not the long hours, and it's not even the failures. The hardest part about chasing your dream is actually believing in yourself deliriously every second of every good and bad day. Because guess what? It's only the people who have not had the courage to chase their dreams who will tell you how impossible it is. Because the most successful people in the world already know that Delulu is literally the only Salulu in order to do something really, really extraordinary. Now imagine this. You have participated in a pop-up exhibition show, call it whatever you like it. And for some god-forsaken reason, rain, sandstorm, a bad marketing gig, or just some reason, you end up not making even a single sale. Not even one. Now let me rewind a little bit, because no, this is not just another bad day. It's endless hours of researching the demographics of the crowd you're about to cater to, and then designing an entirely new collection that is catered and focused specifically on that crowd. It's endless hours of packing and packing and packing only to unpack it back at the venue. It's steam ironing, tagging, and arranging the outfits in a way where it's aesthetic enough, but also reachable, but also bold enough because it needs to stand out in a crowd. Because hello, you're not the only one participating in this show. And then comes D-Day. You're on your feet for endless hours without any food or water, not because you cannot, but because you're just too focused. And then your eyes are fixated at the door. Every person who walks in, your heart goes like, let this be the person who likes my stuff. Let this be the person who buys my stuff. And then someone comes to your stall. Their eyes twinkle, they say the most amazing things about your brand, about your clothes, and your heart almost does a cartwheel. And then reality hits. You hear the most dreadful words. Okay, but I'll buy it later. And they walk away. And you're standing there, nodding, smiling like nothing happened, while your insides are screaming that later never comes. But you know what? The story does not end there. The harsh reality about chasing your dream is that you have to believe in it enough to keep going, even when the world does not show up for it, even when the world stops clapping. Because you know what? Sometimes that later does turn into a now, and sometimes that now turns into something so beautiful that you could not have imagined it. But hey, you will not experience it unless you keep showing up and keep seizing the day, no matter what. Now, talking about showing up, let's imagine this. You have finally saved up enough to rent out a space that you can now call home, your own studio. So just like any other dreamer, you want to scream, cry, celebrate and tell everyone that hey, we now have a studio. Now, it might not be the fanciest, it might not be the biggest, it might not even be in the best location or even front facing. But you know what? We finally have a studio. We're not working out of our own houses, and people can finally walk in and experience our vision in person. So what do? You hustle. You make hundreds of cold calls, emails, e-vites, texts and whatnots. And then only a few people show up. Suddenly you start doubting everything. Suddenly the space feels too tiny. Suddenly the space feels too tacky. Suddenly the space just feels too not enough. And you start doubting each and everything that you've achieved so far. But you know what? That's not the truth. Even Dior started with a very tiny store amidst the war, and look at where it is now. So people are gonna show up when you're big. They always do. But it's really not about them. It's about the very few who show up for you now, because these are the people who are gonna carry this dream forward with you. And one such angel for us has been this person who I would love to name Niharika NM. She showed up after hours and hours of shooting and then traveling for over 60 minutes only to look me in the eye and tell me, hey, when I say that I've got your back, I mean I have got your back. And trust me, these are the people you build for, because these are the people who will keep your dream alive even when it dies a little inside of you. Now, with every dream comes its own little nightmare. The nightmare you hope and pray to God does not come true. Spoiler alert, it does come true. Your worst nightmare comes knocking at your door, and the show that you had been booked for 4 months in advance has now been bumped just because some VIP or a contact decided they wanted in. And well, what do? You just take it as a sign that this is not meant for you and move on to the next chapter, work on something bigger, something better, because the show must keep going on. Now imagine this, an opportunity strikes. Someone comes to you saying, let's do this, and you don't have the time, but you take it up anyway, just because that person says, hey, we're both starting out our careers, and if women don't support each other, then who will? So we take it on. We pull in all-nighters because we're now working on a custom look, a look that takes us longer than our usual stuff. Okay, so you decide to take it on. Now you have flown down your cardigans, your master Gs, we're all working on it day in and day out, pulling all-nighters. We have 6 people on the kaka, And we are now waiting on approvals at 12 a.m. in the night. The approvals don't come in, so we keep waiting for the next day. Now, these are hours wasted. And then next day, we're shooting while our karigars are still waiting on approvals and they're still working at it. We're still removing it, making new changes, and this keeps going on and on, all without a single penny of advance. But what do? When you say you're in it to support a woman in business, you just keep supporting no matter what. So you keep going on and on and on, keep pulling in all-nighters, do your best and make it happen. But guess what? You just don't get paid anyway. So what do? Shut this chapter, buck up, make it into an inspiration, and before you know it, your worst nightmare has now turned into the seed for your next collection. You quickly whip up a new collection that we now call as Genesis. And honestly, guys, I can keep going on and on and on about the innumerous incidents where things did not go our way, but we kept seizing the day. But hey, we only have the studio for so many hours. So let's quickly skip to the last part of this show, which is the guest becomes the host. Now today, we flip the script and now you become the guest. So we now open this platform for all of you. So come on, share your stories, share your versions of the harsh realities of chasing your dream. We want to hear it. So tell us in the comments, send us a DM, send us an email. We're here for it. Oh, and I might just get cancelled for this very thing. But guess what? Safe is not how we play it at Roology. We are an ode to the audacious. And you know what they say, do not preach what you can't practice. So when life gives you lemons, it's up to you what you decide to do with it. See you in the next episode. Until then, stay audacious and curious.